Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Sagittarius is your general bi-weekly reading for the time between the 20th of February and the 5th of March. I'm going to draw 6 cards in the first instance. The first 3 cards are going to relate to this last week in February, and the second 3 cards are going to relate to this first week in March. I've already meditated and shuffled the cards, but I'll do a little bit more of that on camera and then we'll get started on your reading. Okay, so okay, there you go. So if you're new to my channel, that's on the base of your reading. If you're new to my channel, these just are some clarifiers. I'll know when when they go in the reading. I read intuitively, so I do pick up on the energies of the cards, and I'm really intrigued to see what this one is actually. This one stands out like a sore thumb. I don't know what it means, but I'll put it there so we can look at it together when the time is right. Oh, it's back there, look. You know, it's nice and neat. Okay, so so my darlings, Tiny is sitting on my knee. So do you want to say hello, Tiny? Go on then, say hello quickly. Go on. Good boy. Right, get down. You can't even see him. Right, get down. You sit. Right, lie down. Good boy. Okay. So we've got a little cushion, haven't we, Tiny, on the hot water bottle. So card on the base of the reading is the Judgment card. Okay. I did a lot of information about the Judgment card at some point. So if you're following me on Instagram, back I think it was October last year, and you know that really, if you've been paying attention to the energies, darling, you know, since September it's been a bit challenging, hasn't it? In different peaks and troughs, really. But we started to sort of really engage, I think, with the energies around this time of the Judgment. So have a look at the video or on my WhatsApp, on my Instagram or Facebook for additional information. But the card at the base of the reading is really about the focus or the perspective karmically for you this month, Sagittarius. Now, shorthand, this is a situation that brings through truth, that brings through truth and realizations. That's what this is. The situation can be anything. It can be something that happens externally to you, that actually makes you want to do something in a different way, etc. But it's about revelations. It's about revealing new information, and it's about things being out in the open. So, you know, secrets might be revealed, or, you know, you might finally have those conversations that you need to have. But it feels very raw. You know, very raw, R-A-W, raw. And I don't mean like the boxing, the wrestling. I mean, yeah, I watch Total Divas too. But very raw, very confronting, and it might be quite intense. Wow, I've just got some of you, you know, I mean, literally, you know, this is where people like, you've been arguing with your partner and suddenly you're moving out. You know, you go stay with your parents and, you know, you feel like, bloody hell, have I done the right thing? But it's that rawness, that numbness that we feel. It could be anything, obviously, but those type of feelings can be quite hard for us to deal with, but they're necessary. We've got the first card for you then in February is the Emperor, and the Emperor is number 4 in the major arcana. Number 4 is about the structures in our lives. You know, we always talk about the Emperor being confident. We always talk about the Emperor being in charge and in control. So it can relate to bosses and father figures, and it could relate directly to you. This is Aries card, so it is obviously a fellow fire sign. What we call one of the cardinal signs, respected. You know, it's about being respected. It's about people looking on to the Emperor, and people respect the Emperor. They respect the consistency. They respect the level-headedness. They respect the forthrightness. They respect the presence of this energy, and it's that type of solidity really that I'm feeling from the Emperor. Now, I'm not sure actually if this is relating directly to you, Sagittarius, i.e. you'll be feeling very solid, very level-headed in your choices, even if they're surrounded by a huge amount of emotion, even if everyone else thinks that you are crazy for letting go of this job or leaving this person or striking. Everyone else is looking at you thinking you are crazy, and you're like, you are solid. You know that this is right, and the reason you know it's right is because the Emperor has done the inner work as well. The Emperor knows their challenges, their limitations, understands their emotions, they've gone through it. They've thought about the eventualities. They've thought about, but the Emperor has done all that work. And even though everyone else thinks the Emperor, even if the Emperor, they're looking at you at the moment thinking, what the bloody hell are you doing? You can be solid and straight in your decision. And it seems this could be in some sort of key area of life because it's number 4. So it could be in a family or in a I've just washed my hands actually and I've not put any hand cream on. This could be in a family, or this could be in a relationship of marriage. It could be in your work, your business. It could be in any of those areas, but it's in something that you are making some sort of change that seems drastic. You're definitely coming across though, as in you're confident in what you're doing. We've got the Devil energy, so this one sticks out to me. This energy sticks out, and I'm a Capricorn. If you follow me on Instagram, look at the post I did about the Devil energy. It's got the Devil in Capricorn season, and read that. It's a good post actually, and let me give you the sort of shorthand version, okay? As well as I can for the Devil energy. This is worldly commitments. That's what the Devil energy is about. The Devil energy is really worldly commitment. So we're committed to our jobs. We're committed to. It's about being committed to everything out externally apart from yourself. So all the things that we put before ourselves that are important. You know, our jobs, our family, our children, whatever. These things are all important. But actually, the stress of those things, and the relentlessness of those things, and the sometimes pressure associated with those things can leave us feeling exhausted, can leave us feeling drained, can leave us feeling as if our souls are neglected, as if we're not giving ourselves any time. Yeah, I'm a new mum, you know, and, you know, I've got to look after my child and look after the house and, you know, pay the bills and look after my husband, my partner, whatever. But blooming hell, where's the time for me? That's the Devil energy. That's the Devil energy. And asking yourself those questions is never a bad thing, because the balance can only be achieved if we've got balance in all areas, in both areas of our lives. And this is the energy of the Devil. So it's as if you're committed to something that either you don't want to be committed to, or the commitment that you're in actually makes you question the importance of those things and the importance of yourself within all of those things. I hope that made sense, okay? So we've got 3 major arcanas already. So we are really already in a... sorry, excuse me. This can also relate to Capricorn because it's Capricorn's energy, and this is Aries' energy as well, okay? So I can't remember who this is. I want to say... I can't remember. Next card for Feb, we've got the Sun card. Wow, so this is excellent, this. because this is now another major arcana. Some of you could be going through some big changes, actually, deciding to go through some big changes this year, Sagittarius. And this is the Sun card. This is the card of happiness, joy, contentment, self-expression, truth, everything out in the open, and you being happy about everything being out in the open, wanting to share yourself with the world, wanting to be who you truly are in the world. This is a Sun card. So if you could, that's what it represents, and it represents happiness. So it shows that you are happy with the decisions that you're making, with the you're going to be potentially making changes, making choices, making new decisions, deciding to begin a relationship, end a relationship, start a new job, move to the other side of the world, whatever it is. And you are happy with the choice that you made, even if everyone else is looking at you going, you're crazy, man, you're crazy for doing that, you're crazy. You're not crazy. You're the emperor. You're the boss. You're in charge. You know, you've already given this enough thought. And when the Judgment card comes up, it shows that it's maybe like bringing to light the things that you've hidden, things that bringing to light these concerns, these questions, this nervousness about something. It's like a situation arises and it brings about with Judgment, and it pours light onto the things, the restrictions that you felt in your life. It pours light onto the truth of to what's within, and actually it's a relief. I mean, you know, people carry secrets around with them all their lives, don't they? I mean, I just think you belong in the inevitable. Do you know what I mean? Like, eventually it's going to come out. Eventually it's going to get. And if you're keeping a secret about what you really want, say it's like this, yeah. Say it's like this. Say you've been in a relationship for 10 years, yeah. You've been in a relationship for 10 years. And you say you're around my age, so you're 36, yeah? And you live with your partner, you're very happy with your partner, or so your partner thinks, and your partner's always wanted to get married. And, you know, you've said, listen, we can't get married. And you make excuses, and you say, you know, we can't get married because we don't have the money. And suddenly, reciprocity, sorry, suddenly you your partner wins the lottery. And your partner's like, we can get married next year. Where do you want to get married? We can get married abroad. We can do what you want. We can do anything. It's time to get married. You said we didn't have the money. Now we've got the money. This is the Judgment coming through. Now we've got the money. As well with the Six of Cups. That's funny. And then you're like, nah, man. In your heart, you're like, I don't want to marry this person, you know. And I didn't ever think we'd have the money to get married, so I thought I could just coast it. Now, you've won the lottery. It's like, shit, what am I going to do? That is this energy here. It's like something is making you now face up to the truth of what you want, of who you are, of feeling restricted in your current situation. Something is making you face up to that truth. Even though facing up to that truth can be hard, difficult, challenging, whatever. This is related to this. Not even looked at that yet. Even though that can be, it's actually, you're like, oh, it's a weight lifted off your soul. It's like, oh, do you know what? I'm just glad I finally can tell this him or her that I don't want to marry her, or that I'm not, you know, because even though you're going to lose half the lottery money, you're happy that you can just be honest. And who knows, by being happy and by being honest, you don't know, you might still be together and be married, you know, you might just be, I don't know, whatever. I'm going, wow, look at this. You know, it really does bring in happiness. It really does bring in joy by having everything out in the open. You know, whatever the situation that is coming out of the open, whether, do you know what, you know, I just don't, I'm one of those people, me. I'm like, oh my God, I really want to get married. But I'm like, I don't know if do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't know, you know, what it would actually take for me to actually allow that to happen. I don't know, you know. And maybe having that conversation by being open with your partner, or in whatever situation of life this is for you as an individual, it does make you feel better, because actually, like, you don't know what the response is from the other person or from the other people. You don't know what they're going to say. They might, you know, the truth sets you free and actually makes you feel happy, and that joy is what's strengthening. So let's have a look. I knew this was coming up. I knew I could feel it. To be honest, I thought that this was that, but I don't mind it's this way around. I just had a vibe that it was. Anyway, Ace of Wands. So again, this is new beginning, you know. This is a new beginning of truth, and this is really you being authentic in your life and really you've told the secret now. You know, this could be something that it could even be like, for example, if you are a transgender, so if you felt, for example, that you were trapped in the wrong body, and you know you've hidden this for everybody for time, and you thought, oh my god, like, I'm never going to be able to get the surgery anyway, so there's no point, you know, me even discussing this with anybody. I've got no money. I don't. And then you win the lottery or whatever, you know, something like that, and then you tell, and then so it's like, right, okay, well, you're gonna have to do it now. There's nothing stopping me now. I'm gonna do it. And you're scared about telling your family. You're scared about telling your friends, but you do tell them, and actually, it's a weight lifted. And whether they accept it or not, you feel better that you actually lived your truth. I'm gonna live my life as I do. And you realize, and the difference it feels to you, the difference it makes to you. So, I mean, I know there might be quite different examples or whatever, but I'm giving you an example as in something that you always wanted but have hidden. Something makes that come out, this hidden thing come out, and even no matter how other people respond to it, you're okay. Even if everyone looks at you saying you're stupid, you're crazy, whatever, it makes you feel happy that you finally told the truth, and actually it does change how you are going to live your life going forward once this situation comes out. I know that was like a complicated sort of whatever, you know, description, if you will, of the energies, but it's seemingly, you know, an important week. And I said in my last video, my last recording with Leo, I was saying to them that, you know, we've had this juxtaposition of we have two very different energies with the end of the sun moving from Aquarius to Pisces. So we've got the Aquarius energy, the sword energy, the air energy, the logic, and then we've got the deep emotions of Pisces, and ancient emotions, old things that we've carried with us, things that are all mixed up and murky. The waters are muddied, and the juxtaposition of those two can be quite confronting. But it allows us to see it with truth and with reason who we are. And that's very significant and important, and it's huge changes for us all. Okay, so going into March then, this first week of March, or the first 5 days in March, we've got this energy of the 8 of Pentacles. So this is about working. I'm working on it. And this is about working on who you are, on honing, on perfecting, on spending time learning about how you're going to apply your energy and where you want to apply your energy. And it might be that you want to apply your energy on being more authentic with yourself and you know, spend time meditating more, or in being healthy. Well, this will give us truthfulness. So it's about truthfulness. It's about exercising your truth, speaking your truth, being honest with yourself, being honest with other people, allowing yourself to feel the uncomfortable emotions and to face the uncomfortable conversations. This is about working on that. It's about actually putting practical time, energy and effort into taking actions that make sense to you, in a logical way, you know, in a truthful way. This is about you working on being truthful, being honest with yourself, basically. In a nutshell, you know, King of Swords is about thoughts, minds, clarity, consciousness, communication, what we think, what we say, what we allow ourselves to think, what we allow ourselves to say. And there's a truthfulness. And this is sword energy. This is masculine, I should say. So this is about, it's active. It's about taking action in that direction, moving in that direction, you doing something, doing things differently. So this is you speaking truth. This is you working on speaking your truth, working on being honest with yourself. And there's something, as I said, that seems to happen that brings about this. And it might just be the sun moving into Pisces. You know, it might just be one day just feel, you know, I don't know. It could be that you just feel, I need to say something, I need to do something, I need to explain this, whatever. And so you just do. I'm not sure if both these cards are related to this, but we'll see. We'll turn it over first of all anyway. Whoa, we've got the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups comes beneath the Sun card. And that's very interesting actually, because this is you being committed to yourself, you being committed to your truth, you being committed to being authentic, you being committed to being real with people, to being real with yourself, and not being afraid of, as I said, those people, those side eyes that you get, those side eye glances that you get of people going, oh my God, like as if like she's decided to do that, or as if she wants to do this, or as if she, whatever. It's you being committed to yourself, okay, first of all. And that's a beautiful energy. Do you know how long that takes? Flipping it. And if the Lovers card came up as well, if the Lovers card, if we had that and the Lovers, I would say to you, God, that's a journey that's taken you years. Do you know how long it takes to get to this? So first of all, I'll talk about love in a minute, but first of all, let's just absorb and recognize, actually, to bring yourself, your truth, your commitment up from the depths of your soul, which is worthy of being hiding. This is Adam and Eve. This is Adam and Eve, okay? Like on the Lovers card, it's Adam and Eve. Like on the Devil's card, it's Adam and Eve. Read the post on my Instagram. Read the post on my Facebook, okay? Adam and Eve. And you could say that this is Adam and Eve. It's a similar... I mean, it's not. I mean, this is, but this is not. But, you know, let's say it is. This is where they've been. This is where you've been hiding. You've been hiding yourself. You've been saying, it's, even though I'm here, it's more important that this is what people see. It's more important that people see this. It's more important that I do this. No. To be committed to yourself, to your truth, to your authenticity is such a long journey. So you need a round of applause for that. So well done, you. Now let's talk about love, okay? So, I mean, to be fair, Sag, I mean, there is huge, huge potential for you to be with your soulmate this month, you know, this coming over this next couple of weeks. There's a huge potential for you to reunite, to come back into contact with a soulmate, or to meet a soulmate out of the blue. And that's because you have done the work. So we've not seen any twos yet. You've not seen the Two of Wands yet. But the Two of Wands is that type of energy where, oh, this is a two, sorry, duh. Sorry. Twos are, you've created an opportunity for yourself. You've created an opportunity for yourself to have a true connection, to have a soul connection with somebody because of the work that you've been doing, because of the truths that you have now told, because of the work that you've done on telling your truth and staying committed to what is real. You have created an opportunity now for that soulmate to find you, for someone vibing on your vibe to find you, and for you to find that person. And it, you know, it's beautiful energy, really. I mean, look at these cards. I mean, you know, as I said, we've not seen the Lovers yet. We've not seen the Two of Wands. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they pop up, but we've got this energy here. I don't know why I'm pointing at this. Maybe this is linked to that. We'll look at this one first, okay? So we've got the Seven of Pentacles. You know, with the Seven of Pentacles is... You've got another seven? No, you've not. I was going to say, I've got a video about the seven, so you can check that out if you want. But Seven of Pentacles, so Pentacles energy is about what we put our energy and effort into. So here, you're putting your energy and effort into perfecting, into getting better at something, into being truthful with yourself, with a combination of these two cards. Here, we're putting energy and effort into something that doesn't actually serve our highest good, and something that, and we have to do this, we have to keep trying, we have to keep applying for those jobs in the school, and we have to keep failing at getting those jobs in the school before we realise that I don't actually want a job in a school. Before you can be honest with yourself and say, do you know what, I didn't actually want that in the first place. That's this energy here. That's basically what this card represents. So this is really about you thinking about, where are you putting your energy and effort that isn't serving you? So it's like, some of you might come into this realisation and, you know, you might say, okay, I don't know what, to be honest, I don't know where this the transgender example came from, but I'm sticking with it now. You know, I've decided, right, I'm going to be, you know, I'm definitely going to go, I've won the lottery. I can't believe that's reciprocity there. I've won the lottery. It's time. I'm going to do I'm going to do it. And your family, you tell your family or friends or whatever, or your partner, whatever, you tell people in your life, and you know, they're reluctant, they don't want you to do it, you know, they don't want you to do it, they don't want you to do it, and you keep putting energy and effort into trying to convince them that it's the right thing, you know, even though you're happy, you know it's the right thing, whatever it is for you. You don't have to be transgender, but you know what I'm saying? You know, so you keep putting energy and effort in. I just need them to understand, so you keep having the conversations, and you keep talking to them and trying to win them round and telling them, this is what I want, and can I have your blessing, and da 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 da, and you keep going on, and no matter what you say to them, they still love you, but they still ain't coming round to your way of thinking. They still don't. So what are you going to do? What does it matter? I mean, seriously, this is a question that you need to ask yourself when we've got the Seven of Pentacles. You're putting energy into something that isn't working for you. And it isn't working for you because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what they think, or that's not the right job, or that's not the right thing you should be doing, spending your time doing. So why do you keep doing it? So that's the question I'd ask you. Why do you keep doing something that makes you feel like this, and that actually is at odds with really where you want to be anyway? You've got to work on being truthful with yourself. Ask yourself that question and work on being truthful with yourself in that response, okay? Because really, the key to happiness, you've already found it. You've found that the key to happiness is you being honest with yourself about what it is you want. So we've got this 7 again, so a 7 of Pentacles. Now, a 7 of Cups. Now, I'm not surprised we've got the 7 of Cups because this for me is Mercury retrograde. That's what this energy represents for me. It feels exactly the same. Believe me, I've tried it in meditation and it does. It feels exactly the same to me as Mercury retrograde does the 7 of Cups. So I'm not surprised to see it. We've got Mercury retrograde coming up. Read the description box below. So the 7 and the 7. So I have done a video about the number 7s. You can check that out. I've said that a few times. So I feel like we've had... it's because it's retrograde season. We've had a high instances of 7s over these readings, the last 6 readings that I've done. So check it out by all means. But again, it's this idea of 7s are really about challenges that we must endure and overcome. So this is like this. So you've got to keep applying for the job, and just so that in the school, and then you realise eventually that you don't want the job in the school. Energy. It's like you've got to go through the challenge of doing that. You've got to put all that energy and effort into doing that, into applying for the wrong jobs or into being in the wrong relationships, before you can see clear as day that this is not the right relationship for me. This is not the right job for me. Keep putting the energy and effort in. Eventually you get to that point. And this is the same thing here. This is like emotions though. So it's like that, the authenticity of our emotions. It's about, you know, we might be making decisions based on emotions that aren't, based on motivations that aren't our truth. So we might be making decisions or trying to make decisions based on emotions that aren't really our truth. So this would be, you know, continuing to talk about, you know, planning venues for the marriage, even though you don't really want to, and it's hard for you to make a decision on a venue. And you know, deep down in your heart, it's because you don't want to get married to this person, or not because you don't want to get married to this person. You don't want to get married to anyone. You're just not a married person, for example. So you keep putting off the changes, and you keep going, oh, we'll get married in Dubai. No, we'll get married in Hawaii. Whatever. You know, money's no object. I don't know where this example came from, but anyway, and even you're trying to make a decision, but really it ain't working. You keep changing your mind, and it's difficult and it's hard and it's confusing because you don't want it in the first place. Also though, with this energy, is it takes away some of our old ways of doing things. With this energy of the 7 of Cups, we are left with, we try to make decisions based on the way we used to make the decisions before we spoke our truth, before our truth came through, before the judgment came through. So we try to make decisions in this way. We try to still be committed to the same things we were committed for in the past, even though we now know clearly in our minds, in our hearts, that those things aren't right for us. And you try to sort of go back, even though you've learned what you've learned now, you're trying to go back to that way of thinking, and no matter how much you try with the 7 of Cups, You can't get back to that. Even though everyone said to you, yeah, but, you know, it's really, the most important thing is that, you know, you stay married. That's the most, or whatever. That's the most important thing. And you stayed married because that's what is so important. But the judgment came through. And now you see differently. It's not the most important thing. I know who I am. I know what I want. I know what's important. And now, you know, you're trying to stay married. You're trying to stay in that relationship. You're trying, but you just can't make yourself feel as if it's the most important thing anymore because you know better. That's also the energy of the Seven of Cups. Okay, so I'm giving you a lot of information this time, aren't I? My readings are going on. Last card, Three of Pentacles. Shorthand, card of cooperation. Slightly longer hand, this is one of my favourite cards in the decks. This for me is you wielding your own personal power, you recognising what you can bring to a situation. This is like you saying, I cannot change their minds. I cannot make them think how I think. I cannot make them think. So instead of me putting all that energy into making them think differently, I'm going to put all my energy into doing my research about my operation. I don't know why this not, whatever. I'm going to instead of putting all my energy into making them think how I think, I'm going to, you know, do more work on myself. I'm going to do my research. I'm going to find. And the other two pentacles is the universe's help and assistance in that. And the other one is everyone else's reaction to that. Neither of which we can't control how they're going to react to you. We can't control, you know, if the world's going to accept you or if the world's going to accept your decision. We can't control that. But what we can control is, you know, how you make your decision and the research that you do. And you know, connecting with your emotions and you making sure that you're in the right place. So there's this, and if you do your bit, then the world will work around you. The world will help you out. If you quit your job tomorrow because you want to become a world famous, I don't know, sculptor, and you don't have any backing and you don't have any money and you don't have a business plan, but you do have the talent of a sculptor and you do have the drive to make your business work, the universe will help you make that business work, and the people will find you that will buy your products or that will commission your work. That is the energy of the Three of Pentacles. So this is what we mean about cooperation. Yes, it can mean that people want to work with you, and you know, and this might be, you know, if you're trying to convince someone or if you're trying to get your family on board, whatever, this could be them. But what you can't do is change their mind. All you can do is stay committed and focused on working on yourself, on working on being truthful, on working on being honest, on working on being mindful and keeping an eye on the things that you do want, on the things that you are going after. Okay, so that's all you can do with this, with the Three of Pentacles. And the threes are a massive number, so it's like the universe is helping you out. The universe is on your side, I promise. And you've got to be on your side though with the Three of Pentacles. You've got to be on your own side. You've got to work on yourself. You've got to make sure that you are doing what you can do to bring in the things that you want to bring in. Okay, so Sagittarius, I hope you like that reading. I like that reading. It's a great reading. I mean, look at some of the cards you've got. For some of you, you are having love coming in. So next week I'm posting your love readings for the month of March. So if you've not subscribed already, subscribe now so you'll get a notification when I put those readings up, and come back and watch that reading, okay? If you like this video, please like this video, Sagittarius. By all means, share this video on your social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, your WhatsApp, whatever. If you think that it might benefit your friends and your family, you can follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram at Key Wisdom Tarot, or on Facebook, Key Wisdom Tarot. And if you are interested in other aspects of tarot and self-healing, mindfulness and meditation, you can check out my Key Wisdom playlist, which I'll link at the end of the video too. And for those people that are interested in personal readings, I have changed slightly my appointments. I've limited my appointments each month because I was just getting way too busy. So I'll do a little video anyway, just explaining the process of how to book your personal reading and etc. So I'll do a little video. It'll be out with these videos as well, so you can watch that. And for those of you that want to make a booking, if you want to make a booking this next week, then you need to be quick because I've only got like 2 appointments left. But for those of you that want to make a booking, obviously watch that video. Okay, thank you so much for being here, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoy this reading. It is beautiful. Have a wonderful couple of weeks, and I'll see you all again very soon. Take care, my darlings. Bye.